baby, I be gassing. I be gassing, baby, I be gassing. I know I got the money, but girl, please stop asking. I rock expensive drink, cause shorty, that's my fashion. I be gassing.
What's going on, everybody? So today I got my man Mark on the show with me to talk about his new business. Thank you, Mark, for coming out. Got you. Before we get into that, I just want to briefly ask you about your previous job. Before we get into OneTopic, your startup, I just want to know what you were doing with AIG.
Okay, so I was working in client services. Essentially, my job was to help these two advisors communicate with their clients a lot more efficiently. So my job included a lot of follow-up and ensuring that documents were transferred to the right organizations, either in different parts of the city or in other parts of the country, so that way that their financial services or their life insurance or their mutual fund services would get sent to the right avenue.
So essentially you were helping clients with managing their money.
To an extent.
Cool. So Mark, tell us a little bit about OneTopic, what it does, and how you plan to help us navigate into the future with this new business.
Okay, so in simplest terms, OneTopic is a website that creates these things called info pages. Now, these info pages can be about any topic of a person's choosing. It's almost like having a Wikipedia page designed by the person who's writing about the topic. So what makes it unique is that, first off, we have our unique icons that are accessible through the default iPhone app. And I can show you that actually real quick if you don't mind taking your phone out.
Yeah, I got you.
So what I'll do is I'll show Alan my icon, right? You guys won't be able to see it from there, but it looks something like this. He would just go to his camera.
There we go.
And hold it just like that. The same way you do with Snapchat. A notification will show up.
And so you see that with the camera. I got the OneTopic Safari page up. I click on that. Hold up. Click on that, and you see I'm being directed to the OneTopic website page currently. And you can see Mark's profile on OneTopic. You see he has what applications do you have on the OneTopic website currently?
So it's quite abundant. When I started it out, I actually nicknamed it the App Store because users can decide on what logos or icons or sites that they want on their page. So what OneTopic does is it's a way for a guy to present himself to you, bridge his introduction, and allow you to choose the best way to reach out to him. And that way the guy knows how you feel.
And I'm gonna pause you there for a sec. I think you actually, that was a new step as far as me understanding the application when you said that, because as I'm sure you guys have noticed so far, Instagram is really crowded with a lot of people doing a lot of different things. So if you follow me on Instagram, every day I'm posting a video about the stock market. I'm either giving you a stock recommendation or I'm just telling you about what's happening in the market. And so you scroll and you see that, and then the next page you see a really nice picture of a really nice young lady on South Beach, and then the next picture is someone trying to sell you something, and then the next page might be something that just forces you to double click and leave the app altogether. So you have all these things going on one platform, and so it gets really messy. And as someone who's began to formulate his own business on Instagram, what I've noticed is that it has taken away the Instagram experience for me, because I follow a lot of people. I'm trying to reach out to a lot of people, and so my close friends, I don't really even get to engage with their pictures like how I was doing previously. So I really think what you just said there really hit on the point as far as the congestion and the traffic that's on social media websites like Instagram, and even Facebook now, you see where every other post is an advertisement or something that doesn't engage with you on a personal level.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you brought that up. The cluttered nature of these sites that we once held so dear, you know, through our adolescence and as we grew older.
Bro. I remember when Instagram first came out, and you would be excited if you hit the 10 like mark.
Yeah.
Because all the little names disappeared, and it was just like
Now you got
10 hearts.
100.
Yeah. And I was
It's like
I was
you
happy.
made it, you know?
Yeah.
You look back, you refresh your page every 2 seconds if you have to until you hit those 10 people. Everyone relates to that. And I'm sure all of you also remember back in the day when you would be on Facebook and you talk with groups of your friends nonstop on your wall, you know? Like everyone was interacting on Facebook, and it wasn't about seeing a whole bunch of videos, it wasn't about sharing content, it was about producing and having moments with your friends. And what you found is that as those experiences change and as these relationships develop and as these sites grow, you find different avenues to do that. I'm sure you guys remember back in the day when people would post, like on Twitter, that they're going to drink a coffee. Now you do that on Snapchat, and rather than write it as a post, you show a video. And what you see is the dynamic changes as time progresses. And OneTopic is one of those sites that's aiming to revolutionize that niche that's been forgotten as a lot of these companies have expanded.
Yeah, and I think that's an important part too, is that we're the generation that has kind of grown up in the social media age, and so we've actually done a lot of growing up online. Some of that has been good things, some of that has been bad things, but in both instances, a lot of that has been done on, you know, one social media website or two social media websites, and now that we are transitioning into new areas in life, we're exploring more ways to use the power of social media to communicate in more efficient ways, it seems.
Yeah. And what's interesting is a lot of these social media sites, at the end of the day, it's entertaining, but it's like you said, people grow to the ones that they use more. Like everyone has their favorite social media site and then their secondary social media site. I'm very much an Instagram and Snapchat person, but there's tons of people who are Instagram and Twitter people, or Twitter and Facebook. You know, and what you see is as time progresses, these dynamics change. And where I was once a kid who just used Facebook all the time, I grew into one of those people that would use Instagram all the time. You know, and
I mean, for me personally, I was a huge Twitter person.
While we're still on the subject, I do want to mention the other scenario with OneTopic that I found a lot of success with. So, as I said before, in a lot of ways, OneTopic is an online supplement to a business card. So what a lot of people have done, especially students as well as salesmen, is they'll sign up on OneTopic and create a profile and add things such as their LinkedIn, their email, their phone number, resume, and even sometimes their business address or website, or even a gallery of images that show their work in action. And these people will set themselves apart from everyone else at these networking events because everyone is handing out business cards and pamphlets and flyers and brochures. And when you think about the amount of people who are there, the amount of people that a recruiter is talking to, or the amount of people that you as a person going out there and putting yourself out there in the world, the amount of people that you are talking to hoping for success, how do you stand out? I mean, for a lot of people, it's what you do. But for those very few people that are stuck somewhere in the middle, the way you set yourself apart is the way you present yourself. And OneTopic is unique in that it doesn't matter how skilled you are, you've officially set yourself apart from everyone else because you don't need an app for people to use it. All they need is an iPhone. And it's interesting because now imagine if you're a recruiter and I'm a student about to graduate from college and I want to grab your attention. You just finished speaking to 10 different recruits. And now here you are talking to me. You're not that interested. You've already had a ton of things that you needed to hear. But here I am and I show you my icon. You look at my resume, you look at my page, you remember my face because all the other resumes you received and all the other business cards you received don't have pictures. And that's the future.
Yeah, and I think if I'm catching what you're explaining correctly, we at some point in the near future are going to be the future business leaders, the future clients, and the future consumers of all business and all business activity in this country and in our lives. If you look at how our parents are now, our parents are full-time workers, they're lawyers, they're teachers, they're all of these different things, and they use different metrics to brand themselves. So examples, business cards. Business cards were extremely popular 20 years ago. 20 years ago, if you were somebody, you had a business card and you were whipping them things out and giving them to anyone who would take them. But I think our generation is different. I currently use Apple Pay. I don't even bring my wallet places half the time I'm somewhere. So if someone gives me a physical business card, I probably am just going to trash it because I don't have anywhere to put it and it's not really of value to me. But if you follow me on Instagram, I'm probably more likely to connect with you through that medium. But maybe I don't want to connect with you through Instagram because your Instagram is more geared towards your personal life, your personal things. But I had a conversation with you, we talked, we really connected, and maybe our businesses might align together at some point in the future, even though we have different skill sets. Maybe I'm studying business, so I'm more focused on client services, but you're an artist and you have really good art and you need someone to help you outsource that and bring clients into you. So again, we are going to be the future business women and men of tomorrow. So we're going to be more involved with social media in that process. You've already seen it with apps like LinkedIn. So as we continue to improve that process, I think what OneTopic is doing from what I've understood so far, I know it's always, you're still in the growth stages, which is awesome. I mean, again, the application is there. You see how there's really room for growth.
I definitely agree with that. I think just what's interesting is like the dynamic of the business card, which is something that I'm aiming to essentially replace. For starters, I don't like overusing paper. I try to use paper as little as possible.
Go green.
And
yeah, and OneTopic is eco-friendly, so
that's a plus. But beyond that, it's just like the repetitive nature of the business card. It's like you receive a ton of business cards, and then you have to manually upload these different people and all of their different contact information onto your phone one at a time.
And let me stop you right there. That is another thing that I wanted to mention and I forgot to, but another form of networking with people is just grabbing their phone number. But look at your contact list. It's impossible. It is impossible to find someone you just met in your contacts and fish out that number from a name. We all have a lot of generic names. You've probably met another Mark before or another Alan before, or you probably know like 10 different people named Jack and Jill.
Or Michael or Adam.
Yeah, so that is really just an inefficient way to communicate with people. And then if you're having a conversation, you can only have 6 or 7 text messages going on at once that you can see from the screen. And once that message drops below the 10 mark, you're going to lose that conversation. You're going to lose that connection.
Yeah. I think just what's important about what OneTopic aims to do is we're trying to be the next level of online branding. We want to make online branding incredibly personalized, and we want it to be something that is dynamic without being overwhelming. So simplicity is like a major value proposition to the service that we provide our consumers. Now, everything on the site is entirely free at the moment, so sign up as soon as possible. But OneTopic is an incredible place for users, young and old, to find information about all kinds of things. And I'm talking people, places, businesses, concepts, etc. It really is the future.
Yeah, and I like how you put that. Again, we're just trying to use social media to transition into the business world for our generation. Because again, we grew up on Twitter, we grew up on Instagram, we grew up on Snapchat, so it doesn't really make sense to go from these really advanced social media pages back to things like business cards and fax machines and phone numbers and emails that just get cluttered into really unorganized systems. Cool, so I think that wraps everything up. I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out my brother Mark's OneTopic startup. Again, the name of the company is OneTopic. You can check out the website at
OneTopicNow.com.
So again, OneTopicNow.com. If you go to OneTopicNow.com, you can sign up for a free account and start exploring the page and start building your own brand online.